We are one day closer to the start of the NBA season where we can finally go back to Mavericks basketball. And in yesterday's video, we went over a few key dates that were revealed to us for the upcoming season, as far as our season opener, our Christmas game, a few key revenge games, as well as our in-season tournament cup games. But it was finally dropped today, it was finally released, our NBA schedule for the upcoming season. So in this video, we're not going to take a look at the full schedule, but we're going to take a look at the first 10 games and have a bold prediction for how well do we think that the Dallas Mavericks are going to look like at the start of the season, as well as taking a look at the strength of our schedule and compare it to the rest of the league, and how many national televised games do we actually have. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And like I said in the intro, we are one day closer to Mavericks basketball. It feels like we've been going over trades and rumors and free agency pickups for the last 5 months, it feels like. But one day closer, we still have about 9 weeks left till the start of the season. And like I said in the intro, we did talk yesterday about what dates are important for the Mavericks, who are we going to see early in the season, who we're going to see around Christmas time and in the new year. But like I said in the intro as well, we finally know the schedule. It was announced today right here that here's the Dallas Mavericks full schedule for the 2024-2025 NBA regular season. Now, I'm not going to go over all of it, mainly because when I was trying to pull it up for you guys, it was very zoomed in. So I was like, let's just take a look at the first 10 games. And for the first 10 games to start off the season, we're going to play the San Antonio Spurs, the Phoenix Suns, the Utah Jazz, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Houston Rockets, the Orlando Magic, the Indiana Pacers, the Chicago Bulls, the Phoenix Suns again, and the Denver Nuggets. And right now, you can just see that this is just a whole Western Conference run for the majority of it. We're seeing nothing but Western Conference teams. Of course, you see the Pacers, the Magic, then Chicago, but that's only 3. 7 out of the first 10 games of the season are in the Western Conference, and they are against not better teams like they're better than us, but they are against the better teams of the Western Conference. I really do believe that to start off the season against the San Antonio Spurs, that's money. Victor Wembanyama, he just got silver in the Olympics. I understand he's a great player. An amazing player. Let me not undersell it. They did just get Chris Paul. Okay, that's fine, but I got a Derrick Lively. How about that? I got a Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. So I think that we could easily win our season opener against the San Antonio Spurs. I do want to just throw out there that it may not be the prettiest game because we do have a lot of new players on the team playing for the first time together for their first Mavericks debut for the regular season. So it may not look pretty, but I still think that we can pull away with the dub. And the second game is the Phoenix Suns. Now, I don't think I need to tell you guys how Luka Doncic literally owns Devin Booker and how the Phoenix Suns are just a subsidiary of the Dallas Mavericks. That is a gimme, and I don't care what you got to say. I'm not worried about Bradley Beal. Kevin Durant's still Kevin Durant, but like I said, Kyrie and Luka Doncic, they own Devin Booker. So that's a gimme too. I believe that game against the Phoenix Suns, that's money. The Utah Jazz, again, that should be a dub for the Dallas Mavericks. Minnesota, that'll be a good matchup. That'll be a very strong matchup early in the season to really see how we're looking. I mean, the Minnesota Timberwolves, they did make it to the third round where we did spank them in 5 games. It was almost a sweep. It was a gentleman's sweep. We were nice to them, but we almost got them with that sweep. But to see them this early in the season will be good. Anthony Edwards will be seeing another step in his own development, so we can't really assume that we can walk away with this. They've got Rudy Gobert, and I mean, I don't care about Rudy Gobert, but they've got size, obviously. So the Minnesota Timberwolves will be a good matchup. I still think we pull away with the dub. And then we go up against Houston, who still has a lot of very talented, very good, but very inexperienced young talent as well, led by Fred VanVleet. So I don't think Houston will really give us a problem. I mean, Alfred Sengun, if he's back to start the season, maybe. Without him, I'm not worried about the Houston Rockets. So I think we start the season 5-0. I think we can easily get all of our games in October a win easily. Now, the last 5 games against Orlando, Paolo Banchero, and a lot of those other very talented young, just like Houston, that's a very talented young team. I would argue more talented than Houston, but it's the Dallas Mavericks. I don't want to undersell the Magic, but I don't want to undersell the Dallas Mavericks either, so I think we win that as well. The Pacers will be a team that I think will hand us our first L of the season, and as we saw last year, they play with a lot of pace. They play very fast. They play very aggressive. They will just shoot the ball nonstop. They have a very fast-paced offense. And we just got Klay Thompson. I'm not saying that he slows our offense down, but when you trade someone who's just more athletically capable, like a Derrick Jones Jr., well, not trade, but when you lose a player that's athletically capable like Derrick Jones Jr., and you have someone like Klay Thompson, I don't expect Klay Thompson to be full speed running up and down the court to try to match the Pacers' intensity. So with that, I think we may lose. I know that Tyrese Halliburton is dealing with the injury. That's why he didn't really play in the Olympics. But a fully healthy Pacers team, they may hand us our first loss of the season, and I'm totally fine with that. You can't win them all. And to continue with our first 10 games, we see the Chicago Bulls. I'm not worried about the Chicago Bulls. You just trade away DeMar DeRozan for a bag of chips, and you trade away Alex Caruso for a soda. You got your little lunch right there alongside Josh Giddey. Not worried about it. Chicago Bulls, that's easy dub. Phoenix Suns again. Why not? We'll spin the block and whoop them again. We'll go what? I think we're gonna go 9-1. Or I'm sorry, 8-1 at this point. And then we see Denver. Denver could be sneaky. I think that comparatively, we've had a better offseason than the Denver Nuggets. They got Russell Westbrook in a few small pieces while also losing someone like KCP. And really, the only players that we lost weren't really that big of a deal. You can make a case for Derrick Jones Jr. I get that. I personally miss Josh Green already. But we got rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. We got Klay Thompson, Najee Marshall, Quentin Grimes, Spencer Dinwiddie. You know who we got. So the Denver Nuggets, I will give Nikola Jokic all the credit because he also had a very great performance in the Olympics. Let's just say the Nuggets do beat us in our first matchup with them. We still go 8-2. My prediction, I'm going to say it right now. My prediction is the first 10 games, we go 8-2. But let me know down in the comment section, what do you think our record is going to be for those first 10 games? But continuing with what we got going on for today, we have the strength of schedule in October and November. So to start the season, we have the third strongest schedule in the entire NBA behind the Clippers and the Phoenix Suns. And what, the Warriors are right behind us, followed by the Oklahoma City Thunder. What does this mean? Well, when you've got a team like the Suns, where, I mean, I'm just not impressed by the Suns at all. They lost in the first round last year. They really didn't do they didn't make that many impressive moves this offseason. They're locked in with cash, paying like $150 million to their top 3 players. I'm not worried about the Phoenix Suns. The Clippers, same thing. You lost Paul George. I'm not worried about the Clippers. But the Warriors, you lost Klay Thompson, right? So those teams don't really have that much that I can really believe in. But the Dallas Mavericks and the Thunder being in the top 5 of strong schedules means one thing and one thing only for the Dallas Mavericks. That means in the second half of the season, it should be a lot easier for us. We should see more wins after January, or maybe even after the trade deadline. We should see more wins, which should also translate into less injuries. If we do have any injuries, God forbid, knock on wood, I don't hope we see any injuries. But if we do, I think they're more likely to occur in the first half of the season where we're up against tougher matchups, maybe a few more back-to-backs. We're up against just better talent that will test us versus the second half of the season where we're up against the Detroit Pistons 3 nights in a row. We're up against the Washington Wizards. We're going up against, those bottom teams, the Trailblazers, for example. If those are the teams that we see in the second half of the season, then less injuries, more wins. We're good. So I'm totally fine with getting those tougher matchups out of the way in the beginning of the season. And just continuing here, most games on national TV. Well, first of all, the Lakers with 39 national televised games. Okay, that's fine. You got Bronny James. You got LeBron James, AD. It's the Lakers. Cool, I get it. Whatever. JJ Redick. Cool. I'm not worried about the Lakers. If you want to lose 39 of your 39 televised games, go right ahead. But you also got the Warriors, got the Celtics, the Knicks, and then the Mavericks and Suns are tied with 30 each. So that's pretty good, but how good is it compared to last year? Well, we still look pretty good. I know it's probably hard for you guys to see, but the Dallas Mavericks have gained 2 additional national televised games this season compared to last season. So cool. They put a little bit of respect on us. We're going to be seen more. We're going to have more bigger games, more eyes on us, which means we have to make sure we deliver. I mean, I love the fact that we have a Christmas game. I love the fact that we have more nationally televised games. And all that means is we got to make sure we look good. I don't want to end up losing all these key dates that we have, whether that be the Timberwolves on Christmas, all 30 of our national televised games, but I doubt we're going to lose 30 games. But I want to make sure that the Dallas Mavericks are locked in. They're ready in those first 10 games of the season. I think we're going to go 8-2. 8-2 at the worst, 9-1 at the best. We can't beat them all. If we could, I'd love it. But I think we're going to go 8-2. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Like I said earlier, what do you think the Dallas Mavericks are going to start the season with in those first 10 games? I like to see your guys' thoughts. I'm very excited. We're one day closer to the start of the NBA season. I'm dying without watching Mavericks basketball. Luka Doncic throwing up lobs. Kyrie Irving dropping 20 points in the fourth quarter. I need it badly. But Make sure you guys stay tuned because tomorrow we're going to go through a deeper dive of the schedule. We're going to go live tomorrow afternoon. After this video is posted, you should see a little live waiting. We're going to go over the entire schedule. We're going to highlight which games we lose, which games we lost, and come up with our own prediction for the Dallas Mavericks record for the full season. Make sure you guys tune in. But till next time, y'all take care. Make sure you check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing another jersey giveaway. The winner will be announced the first week of September. As well as if you want to get in on our fantasy basketball league, make sure you become a channel member of the second tier or higher to be automatically added to that fantasy league. But till next time, y'all take care. Drink water. Peace.